What a good way to say good morning to you. Welcome to the program. It is good to be here this morning. Yesterday we were under the weather. Good morning, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are joining us this morning. We want to say hello and welcome to the program. It is a great way to welcome come back on this radio, and also welcome all of you for joining us. And it feels good. Yeah, we are this morning. We're going to be here up to 10 o'clock. We want to say we're grateful to Allah, grateful to God for making us to wake up this morning very energetic to come here and do the people's job. Wherever you are joining us this morning, we say hello to all of you. And we want to sincerely apologize for the poor quality. I'm under the weather. Heavy. Good morning, folks. My name is Sekou. NED, I'm Sekou Sharif. Inshallah, we're going to take you up to 10 o'clock with the blessing of my parents, protection of Allah, acceptance. We will take you up to 10 o'clock this morning. We've got lots of issues to talk about. Important issues, by the way. They're all important. Very important. Now and then in Liberia, those of the very people you think they can do the best, you think they've got that character, Liberia is turning to something different. Do not trust anyone and you say, oh, the person has a character. This person cannot do this. This person cannot do that. If you listen to some of the things we're getting, it will shock you. Let me say good morning to my dear sister, Samira Wola. Good morning, my dear sister.
Let me say good morning to you, Sekou, and let me say good morning to the Liberian people. It's great to be here this morning, and like Sekou said, we will be here driving up to 10 a.m. this morning. So wherever you're listening from, if you're watching us via our Facebook page, I will encourage you for you to share the live video so that others can be able to watch. If you are listening, turn up your volume a little louder because we have information here for you this morning. So welcome all of you. Today marks the 4th of February 2025. And my name is Amira. We're here up to 10 a.m. So there are a couple of things that we will talk about this morning, and we will just acknowledge few persons We won't do it for a longer time this morning because we have a couple of things to go into. So quickly, let us be able to acknowledge some of those following us this morning. Quickly. Stephen Yakate says, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm following from Cotton Tree District 2, Lower Magibi County. Thanks for the show. Deity Tokpa is watching us this morning from Omega Market CDC project. Stanley Sharif says he's watching from Bohe Town, Pokpa District this morning. And Elijah K. Colley writes, good morning to you guys. I'm watching live from Bar Town Community, Kakata City, Magibi County. And Peter One Day is following us from Crown Hill, Monrovia. This is Patu Sherry. She writes, good morning. George T.O.J. Brown says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from my reading room at PROSA office on the University of Liberia campus. And Prince David says he's following us from South Korea. And this is front page DB TV says that they are following us from Banga. Oh, this person is asking too, why is Banga off?
We're not off. We're on in Banga.
Stanley Sherry says, under this unprepared president, it has become a major achievement under this unprepared president. On the other hand, so-called lawmakers are using millions of United States dollars just to buy cars for their personal use. Wow. This too is Liberia. Lord T.O.J. Brown says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from my reading room, PROSA office. Okay, 2 persons following from that office. Siman Kia, who is Sekou Sharif T-shirt. Oh man, he says, good morning, my favorite investigative journalist and your co-host, our female General Samira Wanla. Only God will pay you for what you continue to do for the Liberian people. Sekou Sharif T-shirt. Oh man. And Darlington Swope says, good morning. I'm watching live from Yekepa, Nimba County. Spark Davis, right? Good morning, CEO, Sekou and Mira. My name is Spark. I'm Spark Davis, following from Tottenberg, Bombing County. Ataman B. Famula is watching her this morning from Bo Watersat. And then Winston Michael Tabe is following us from Upper Catwell. And this is Sam Kroma is watching us from New Georgia, Gandasville. So there's too many other persons following the broadcast this morning, but we want to encourage all of you to share the live video. We're sorry we cannot acknowledge all of you. We cannot read all of your comments out, but we're saying thanks for following this morning. And let us all not forget to continue to share the live video on the broadcast. This morning, we are going to talk about LRA. We will continue to talk about them whenever there's new development. We will come up with it. Whenever there is new development. If it calls for us to take the whole week round to talk about it, once we have developments coming up, definitely we will do it. And also, the letters that was being written by Sekou Sharif to PUL and Dial of LRA, we are going to read it out for you and go into other discussions. Also on the broadcast, we will talk about Joseph Boakai. He spoke about private jet and a couple of things. He talked about corruption at the time he was in opposition. We have the clip here for you. We're going to play it. You want to ask, why is it that we keep playing all of the old tapes? It's because we need to hold people by what they say. When a person says something, it's better to be able to remind the Liberian people that at certain point in time, this person said this, and now what they said, they are not doing it. Rather, they are doing the contrary. So definitely, we will do that this morning. Also, there was a 32-year-old man who was discovered dead in his room after 4 days.
He got missing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After 4 days. Yes. And then his body was being transported to JFK morgue. But on this morning, it will shock you to know, Liberians, some of you have seen it, maybe, but majority of you have not yet seen it, that the way in which this 32-man body was being transported, you will ask yourself as to what kind of country are we living in? Yes, JFK, carry body to the morgue of JFK, excuse me.
Apparently, there's no ambulance.
Yes, they even pick up there, man. Yeah. But anyway, with that, these are things that we'll be talking about. Camille, a couple of things. There are too many developments we have here for you this morning. All you need to do is sit and watch and continue to share the live video. The cash giveaway is on. We're giving out 4,000 Liberian dollars. All you need to do is dial *799*8#. star 799 star 8 hash, and then you play with just 100 Liberian dollars. Once you dial star 799 star 8 hash, definitely you are playing on Voice of Liberia. This morning we have money here, and we want to give out money to more than 15 winners. So dial it now and play with 100 Liberian dollars. Play more than 3, 4, 5 times and stand a chance to win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars on the broadcast. Sekou.
Certainly. Play the cash giveaway so you stand a chance to win, so that you can. I want to sincerely apologize again. I'm under the weather, but this is it, and this is how it is, and this is what we've got to do for our country, Liberia.
Well, Sekou, someone to say you strong, my man.
Yeah.
But from Sunday, Monday morning, when I heard you, I said, okay, yeah, the Liberian people, one day you people need to come to the office here to appreciate them.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, seriously.
And someone was saying, I mean, why don't you have a rest out? He said that when you don't go to work, your bosses will. You
don't have bosses, bro. You are your boss.
But that is it. Once you love what you do, you always want to be there, and that is it. So, are you following what's happening from the United States? Even though most of the people here will say, yeah, but it is getting tense.
Very tense.
I can remember the last time when Patrick Soa was returning to the United States, and when he arrived in Washington, D.C., he slept over, and then he said to me, Sekou, you won't believe it. When we arrived at the airport, I think JFK Airport in the United States, and he said, when they arrived, the arriving point, 10 different Africans. I think some of them were Liberians, some of them were Nigerians, and other nationals. And they have valid visas to enter the United States of America. And according to him, they were denied. All of them were denied.
10 persons.
All of them were denied entry into the United States of America. So the only thing that helped, Patrick, I will tell you another time. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I'm getting information that about 100 plus supposed to be coming back. Yeah.
Now 100, it is in 1,000 plus.
So yeah,
1,000 plus have to come back. But the funny thing about it is, we saw our Minister of Foreign Affairs saying that Liberians should not panic. Liberians should not panic. I wonder how, before we go into our conversations and lay the basis of what we're going to be saying here, I wonder how our people, our government officials, how they see things, and not everything will be politicized. You have serious countries that are feeling the wrath of the United States, and then you have one Minister of Foreign Affairs here saying Liberians should not panic. The government is doing everything. Are you kidding me? What is it the government is doing?
They said that
what can the government do?
They want to get international connection. So maybe she was trying to prove to Liberian people that she have some. But it's happening all over. Even you said all of the offices here is.
That's what I wanted to say. Listen,
the people are not working.
In as much, I think it is important to allow people, yes, go in the United States. But what I think is, people going to the United States overstaying, people not going to the United States the right way, and all these things are not too good.
Oh yeah,
are not too good. Go there, get the relevant documents, and you want to be there, you be there.
Yeah.
But once you don't do something the right way, you don't. You said has closed our doors.
Imagine.
And I'm seeing some society organizations now, they're complaining. Even it has affected the press union of Liberia.
Thank you. I know more than 5 persons that work with USAID. They are sitting home. And the thing about it is that their doors are being closed, and at the same time, Sekou, they are not taking salary for the 3 months that they are closed. But they will not be paying them.
But how will you say when they say be paying? I want people to take money from
seriously, they will not be paying them. So this is what we are. But Sekou, at a point in time when you look at what is happening in America and then you compare to Liberia, you have too many Indians, Lebanese. They are here. Some of them they got buildings, skyscrapers. And some of them, they are not even paying taxes that they are to pay. Some of them are not even yet.
The American people think it's time to use
it is
their own money.
time. It's what they are saying. So it continues to happen. We will be waiting for those that are coming.
The projects that have been supported in Liberia, they are USAID funded
You
projects.
will tell me, Segu? You will tell me, Segu?
So how do we succeed? But that is it. Okay, we want to say thank you, fellow Liberians, for joining us. And I want to continue to say thank you to all of you yesterday. Most of you that reached out calling to know whether what I explained briefly on the radio as to, the harassment and that of the threat on my life from folks from LRA. I want to say thank you very much. And I also want to say thank you to media institutions that flag it. I read it in Hot Pepper newspaper.
Yes.
I'm told it's to be in Front Page Africa with other newspapers, by the way. I want to say thank you very much. I'm very humble. And I think, is it that I'm going to let this go so easily? Certainly no.
No.
I'm going to read 2 letters that we've written and also CC Capit. And on today, some other folks had advised, even though I don't trust them, we send a letter to the Ministry of Justice and the police. I don't trust them, but I will send it based on the advice and pieces of advice from those of the people that support what we do. And we're going to make all efforts to continue to flag this issue, because no one should think that taking the life of another person, threatening somebody, is the order of the day. So on yesterday, fellow Liberians, we have investigated something from LRA. And let me say this. Do you know the reason why Liberia will remain where it is? It is because of the people we think that they've come with character. They've got what we call character. And blind our eyes on them. And at the end of the day, they do things that are even worse than even the people that will say they don't have character. We're going to be talking about a process that have taken place at LRA. For whatsoever reason, it is where it is. Double Jala sits there. It is what it is. But before we reach to that time, let me bring this to your attention. Yesterday, as management, we were able to send a communication to Double Jala, the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority, which we're going to read here. And we were able to send a communication to the President of Liberia, the institution that covers journalists in Liberia. We're going to read you the 2 different letters. And we'll say what we can say, then we'll move ahead with our conversation. It reads, it carries the letterhead of Voice of Liberia. It reads, the date February 3rd, 2025. Honorable Double Jala, Commissioner General, Liberia Revenue Authority, Monrovia, Liberia. Subject, formal complaint regarding threats and harassment by LRA staffs. Dear Honorable Jala, I'm writing to formally lodge a complaint regarding an alarming incident that occurred on the 1st of February 2025 at Roberts International Airport involving Margaret Crotty, Assistant Commissioner, Large Tax Division, the head of RT, Koli Zeze, and several other staff members of LRA. Earlier that day, I was at the airport to drop off a friend traveling on Kenya Airways. While my friend went inside to check in, we were asked to wait in the parking area. During this time, I was called over by Margaret Crotty and some LRA staff. Out of respect, I approached them, unaware of their intentions. Upon greeting them, I was met with insults and threats, with Assistant Commissioner Crotty accusing me of discussing her on my show. When I asked why she had not pursued legal action if my statements were indeed false, instead of seizing the confrontation, Assistant Commissioner Crotty and her team, who were also traveling on the same flight, attempted to provoke a physical altercation. At that moment, I found myself alone without any security or driver, rendering me vulnerable. My colleague Samira Wola advised me to leave for my safety, but I also attempted to exit. The threats continued. This incident is particularly concerning given my previous investigation into a company that allegedly defrauded the government of millions in taxes, which I reported to the LRA after confirming the validity of my concerns in a meeting. An in-depth audit was initiated that falls under her department. I have since learned that she may have been attempting to undermine said audit. I mentioned her name in my show to urge LRA officials to ensure the integrity of the audit, which automatically confirmed the fraudulent activities. Honorable Commissioner, as we know, there have been reports of dead bodies found in the streets of Liberia, and the reasons behind these killings are unclear. Receiving threats from officials in the current government, especially at LRA, makes me feel very unsafe. Thank you for your attention to this serious issue as I await your swift intervention into this matter. Sincerely, and assigned CEO Voice of Liberia, CC Capet, the President of Liberia, the U.S. Embassy, civil society organizations in Liberia. And also, let me read you the President of Liberia letter we sent to them, because they are the mother for journalists and media institutions in our country. Similar to what we sent to LRA, just similar, but let me just read it for the benefit, yes, for the benefit. It reads, Julius K. Kanoba, President of Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia, subject. Formal complaint regarding threats and harassment by LRA staffs. Dear Mr. Kanoba, I'm writing to formally lodge a complaint regarding an alarming incident that occurred on the 1st of February 2025 at Roberts International Airport involving Margaret Crotty, Assistant Commissioner, Large Tax Division, the head of RT, Colin Zeze, and several other staff members of LRA. Earlier that day, I was at the airport to drop off a friend traveling on Kenya Airways. While my friend went inside to check in, we were asked to wait in the parking area. During this time, I was called over by Margaret Crotty and some LRA staff. Out of respect, I approached them unaware of their intentions. Upon greeting them, I was met with insults and threats, with Assistant Commissioner Crotty accusing me of discussing her on my show. When I asked why she had not pursued legal action if my statements were indeed false, instead of seizing the confrontation, Assistant Commissioner Crotty and her team, who were also traveling on the same flight, attempted to provoke a physical altercation. At that moment, I found myself alone without any security or driver, rendering me vulnerable. My colleague Samira Wola advised me to leave for my safety, But as I attempted to exit, the threats continued. This incident is particularly concerning given my previous investigation into a company that allegedly defrauded the government of millions in taxes, which I reported to LRA. After confirming the validity of my concerns in a meeting, an independent audit was initiated that falls under her department. I have since learned that she may have been attempting to undermine said audit. I mentioned her in my show to urge LRA officials to ensure that integrity of the audit, which ultimately confirmed the fraudulent activities. Mr. President, as we know, there have been reports of dead bodies found in the streets of Liberia, and the reasons behind these killings are unclear. Receiving threats from officials in the current government, especially at LRA, makes me feel very unsafe. As an institution dedicated to promoting and safeguarding the interests of journalists in Liberia, it is my hope that you will see reasons and intervene into this matter swiftly. Thanks sincerely. And a sign as well. And fellow Liberians, it is always important we tell people stories, but it is also important to say what happens to you.
Oh, yes.
Some back last year, for those of the people that have known me for years, I don't brag about this, but I investigate. And I've challenged people that if we say anything on the radio, if you think what we've said, it is not truth, we are not above the laws of our country. You can take redress, go to the court, and then we will go to the court to exonerate and present the pieces of evidence of what we've discussed about you. Are we afraid to talk about people? We will talk about people that are involved into activities, wrong activities in our country. So we reported to the LRA some months ago about a company that was doing some shady operations undermining the government of Liberia of receiving the needed taxes. One would have thought that Margaret would be so happy that we have investigated. Margaret would have been so happy that we have investigated, and we did not just investigate as institution and run on the radio, but we wrote LRA, but by the pieces of evidence. We were called by LRA to provide pieces of evidence. We presented pieces of evidence to LRA that this is what we've investigated. Here are the pieces of evidence, put it in figures, giving dates and times of how the company defrauded the government. And LRA investigated, looked in her system, and they find out that whatsoever we mentioned were true. And LRA called us in for our meeting. And they said, whatsoever you reported, the letter you sent us bringing this to our attention, at the time Darlington Talawole was there. I want to say kudos to you. Even though when I sent the letter, there were a lot of information I received that you could have done something different, but I want to say kudos to you. It was proven. They called me in for a meeting. And when they called me in for a meeting, we had a conversation, and they said, whatsoever you say, it is true. We want to say thank you. But we have a system here. We have already found out that it is true that this company has been defrauding the government of millions of dollars in terms of taxes that she needs to pay. But we need to do our independent audit with the company. And I said, yes, I'm open. Because I wanted the company to pay for what she has done. So to have that audit conducted, it was under the department of Margaret Courtney that should decide as to which one of the auditors to go and audit the company. So LRA, they've got good auditors, they've got best of the best auditors, and they got types of audits that they got certain type of auditors that they can send there. And when those auditors go there to audit, no matter what you do, they won't bend anything so easily. They've got characters, not like the way Margaret Courtney is. So what did she do? This is where Margaret Courtney name came in the picture. In several attempts by Margaret Courtney, she decided to send auditors that she could control. She had informed the company because the company had a liaison person. I will not call the person name for, because I investigated all of that. So Margaret Courtney had decided to send auditors that will go and compromise the audit. Now, that type of audit that they were to conduct, there are certain people in the audit department in LRA that understand how to do those kinds of audits. So Margaret Courtney, knowing fully well that this is something that LRA wants to investigate, decided to not allow those of the people that could have gone there to discover what we reported, but decided to send other auditors that could go there and play with the audit that will not bring the things out that will compromise it. So at the end of the day, they will compromise it and she stands to benefit at the end of the day. When we got that information, what did we do, fellow Liberians? I immediately returned on my show the following day and advised authority of LRA to not allow Margaret Courtney to influence and allow those of the auditors that she wants to send there so that they can go and work along with the company to bring up stories or maybe to lower the taxes that they need to pay against the interests of the country. When I said it, those of the officials that were there at the time, they knew it was true, it was proven. She did not do it one time. She attempted on many occasions just to undermine the audit. It was interesting to know, fellow Liberians, when the audit was conducted, placing those of the cream de la cream auditors, Samira, it was proving that the company defrauded the government millions of dollars, more than 1 million. One would have thought that people like Margaret Courtney would need to be telling me thank you because I'm not working in government. I'm not taking pay from government, but I've exposed something that should bring money that will pay this girl called Margaret Courtney. But instead, she saw me and she decided to threaten me, instructing her driver to beat on me, using all kinds of words on me and all of that, along with Collie Zeze, the head of RT. Collie Zeze and Margaret will identify all the other people that were there because we're not going to take this lightly. Trust me. If someone thinks that because we report things on the radio and you come after us, trust me, we will not take it lightly. Margaret, you say, I'm a very poor guy and I have nothing for myself. You said it. Very good. Now you're going to know whether I can afford or I can't afford. I won't brag about this, but you're going to know whether I can afford or I can't afford. Watch and see. We will not insult you as the way you are very unprofessional. You insulted me as a female. You insulted me. But I will not insult you because I respect women. I won't insult you, but I will deal with you. You challenged me the other day. You said the day you hear my name, you hear your name on the radio, I will not live to tell the story. And I'm going to have a conversation about you this morning. Let me tell you what has kept Margaret in the position she's in. I've done an investigation. We'll read Margaret's CV there. We'll tell you some of the things that Margaret has done. Everything. Margaret is not qualified to be where she is as we speak. Margaret was at that place at the will and pleasure of the late Commissioner General. No, she's not. Margaret is not qualified. Margaret is not qualified. But it was interesting to know, and I want to believe now, the reason why Margaret Cotty of LRA looked in my face over the weekend and said, if even I take the complaint to the Commissioner General, nothing will come from out of it. Now I will tell you, Liberians, and you will be the judge of what we're going to explain. Here is what we're going to talk about LRA. Fellow Liberians, on April 23rd, 2024, the former commissioner for domestic tax department, Darlington Y. Taraule, resigned. Listen, on April 23rd, 2024, Darlington, who served as the head of the large tax department of LRA, another newspaper is reporting. Very good. Very good. We're getting there. Okay. Darlington resigned the position. And so that position, according to what we've investigated, and I'm going to read you, when he resigned, LRA put up a job vacancy. I'm going to read you the job vacancy. I'm going to read you the job vacancy. What LRA put up and said they wanted qualified people. I'm going to read it for you. I'm receiving a lot of messages. Let me see. And I need to read them. Please, Amini, let me run to this and see. There's information here being sent to me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me go to it. Okay. Let me read you what LRA posted on her own website. LRA posted this on her own website, informing the public. It reads, it says Liberia Revenue Authority job vacancy announcement. Employment type full-time. Job title Commissioner Domestic Tax Department. Job grade E2. Annual gross salary range US 63,600 to 87,600. Duty station Monrovia, Liberia. Fellow Liberians, you're listening this morning, it will shock you people. Now we will talk about LRA good. Why up to now LRA has not received insurance for the workers? We will talk about LRA. It is time to talk about LRA. Today we will talk about what's happening, and it is being shielded by the Commissioner General. We don't care. I wrote him. He calls me in, fine. He doesn't call me. I don't care. But the thing I can say, the next time Margaret sees me out, you gave her 1 million. 1 million. You gave Margaret 1 million. The next time she sees me out, she can do that crazy thing she did. But wait, let's start the ball rolling. Organizational background. We're going to read all of this for you because we want you to get a real understanding of what we're talking about. LRA should be an integrity institution void of undermining her core value, what she stands for. Now, when you have a head of that place that everyone think he has that integrity and he shows something different, it brings about question to what's happening at LRA, because he's favoring this Margaret girl. The same thing that kept her there when the late Thomas Doe was the Commissioner General. It is the same thing that is keeping her there, because she knows she looks like a buttock is sour. She quit to open up like a buttock is sour. So she keeps herself in the place all the time. Margaret, I want you to sue me. I'm ready. Let me read what it says here. Organizational background. It's established in 2013. The Liberia Revenue Authority is in charge of administering and enforcing the revenue laws for the purpose of assessing, collecting, auditing, and accounting for all national revenues, and to facilitate legitimate international trade and customs, border management, enforcement. In addition, the LRA shall facilitate legitimate trade, customs clearance through the borders, and social protection through policies and procedures that promote efficiency, simplify, and enhance taxpayer compliance. Requirement process. You're listening to what LRA says. Requirement process. To enhance transparency. You're listening. To enhance transparency and fairness in the process of recruiting a new commissioner of domestic tax at the Liberia Revenue Authority, 2 independent panels have been established. One for the shortlisting of the applicants, and the other for interviewing the shortlisted applicants. 5 organizations have consented to participate in the process and will each nominate 2 persons, one of the shortlisting panel and the other to intervene panel. It is their own rule. It is LRA own rule. It is what they are saying, the requirement, how they're going to do it, to have a free and fair, transparent process. One would have thought that Double Jala is a very independent. He comes with the character. He has an impeccable character. But it is contrary of what we're going to tell you. Why they're keeping Margaret Cotty as acting commissioner or whatsoever in that position. We gave you the statistics, we gave you the document, we gave you the grade, we gave you a level, we tell you everything. She stayed there. The U.S. embassy is not happy. The Swedish embassy is not happy. Yeah, put a picture there so that people be seeing her. Put a picture on the live. Margaret Cotty, you need to sue me. You look in my face, you say you'll sue me when I discuss you. And I'm discussing you now. And I will announce your 2 numbers on the radio today. I will do it. So it goes. It says, the participating organizations are the Liberia Institute of Certified Public Accountants, the Center for Transparency and Accountability of Liberia, representing civil society, the Liberia National Bar Association, the Chambers of Commerce, and the Association of Liberian Human Resource Professionals, the Swedish Tax Agency, and the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia have kindly consented to serve as observers on the 2 panels. So, did you listen to the cream?
Yes.
Did you listen to those
How
of the people?
transparent it is to be.
Did you listen?
Imagine
The number of people?
Yes.
The people that are on the panel? Did you listen? Now listen. It tells you how independent, transparent that process was.
Yes.
It means even Double Jala had no power to do anything so easily.
Of course.
Because you had reputable institutions and individuals that sat on the panel to vet the person in which they want. Because you know the reason why? It is an insult to those of the people that go to school and learn, and they got the qualification where they've been deprived, and jobs are given to people that are not qualified, like Margaret Cotty. So it reads, position overall objective to contribute to the administration and oversee the collection of lawful domestic revenues in accordance with the revenue code and other related regulations. Main responsibilities and tasks: responsible to developing policies, providing operational direction for the department. Number 2, responsible for managing and overseeing the operations of the department. Number 3, responsible for the professional and personal development of staff supervised. R1, responsible for developing policies and providing. Now, so they tell you how you responsible. Then they say qualifications requirement. You should have master's degree in taxation, business administration, finance, accounting, economics, or related field. At least 5 years of relevant experience. Certified professional certificate is an added advantage. And then they get an evaluation and all of that, and then said those of the people maybe disabled, female disabled, or whatsoever, who have been given, added advantage and all of that, blah 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 blah. Fellow Liberians, you listen to the number of people that were mentioned serving as panel. So it tells you that any result from that, come and remove and let's get something. Any result from that, it tells you how independent that panel was. Because all kinds of people, you got serious institution. But here is what that will shock you. When was the announcement put out? LRA put out the announcement in 2024 May, and the deadline was for June 7, 2024. They put up that announcement, job vacancy announcement, in May of last year, and they ended the deadline for those of the people that had interest to have applied on June 7, 2024. Fellow Liberians, the law, and we'll let you know, it says that position you can only keep someone acting for 90 days so that LRA should be able to carry out the vetting process to do the recruitment to get someone that is qualified to occupy that position. But Margaret Courtney, as we speak, being a very close friend to the Commissioner General, very close friend, that one you can define it. Being a very close friend to the Commissioner General, that's the reason why they get look in my face and say, even we tell the Commissioner General, he will not do nothing. So now we are coming to believe it. Being a very close friend to the Commissioner General, Margaret Courtney is serving as the acting Commissioner Domestic Tax Department.
So
listen to the story, Samira.
Because I think I want to rush it. A little. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask this question. We just named all of the procedures that you are to pass through, all of the people that are to be represented there, and all of that. Did she go through all of those procedures?
Listen to the story. In fact, according to LRA, about 100 plus people applied for that position. But this is what is shocking. What has happened in this recruitment process is so different from all other recruitments that have been able to go out at LRA. The past recruitment were not like the way it is now, the way the process is being played. So about 100 plus people apply for the position, and according to the document and information we've received, they were shortlisted by faces. At certain point, some people were dropped. At certain point, other people, went ahead with the process. So to cut the long story short, at the first time when they took the test, they wrote the whatsoever they needed to write. The number of people were dropped. I think it reached out to 25 out of 100 plus. 25 got qualified first. Another time, another group of people got qualified. It reached to a point 5 persons got qualified. And when they were qualified, Liberia. But before we go there, let me read you what the law says. What it talks about. How when the person that is qualified for the job have the recommendations to the board of directors to finalize the appointment of the commissioner for the domestic tax. How it works. The LRA law. Now, Section 22 of the LRA Act, with the caption appointment of officers and other staff. It reads, which provides as follows. 1. The board, after a competitive process and upon the recommendation of the Commissioner General, shall appoint the commissioners of the authority in accordance with the procedures defined by the authority's human resource. So, the law is saying when they go for the vetting, looking at all the names of the credible institutions and individuals, when they send a name to, when they get a name and the person becomes successful among all the people, the Commissioner General now should appoint that person. It is not the Commissioner General that is going to take someone to appoint. No. It is the board along with all of the panels that have gone through the process that will go through that thing and select. And they get the referral person and send that name to the Commissioner General. Now the Commissioner General has no right. What he needs to do is to take that recommendation or whatsoever from the board and all of the processes that are being followed and appoint that person to the position. But let me read you what the manual policy human resource stuff say about the LRA. Now, Section C of the LRA human resource blah 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 of 2015. General matters count 3. It provides that the board shall exercise the following powers with respect to the human resource management policy and procedures. Subsection 1, F. Appoint the commissioners of the authority upon the recommendation of the Commissioner General, and G. Enter into employment contract with the Commissioner General and the commissioners. G. In addition to it, Section 1, staffing count 1, which talks about the LRA is committed to secure the best. The law, the human resource manual of the LRA says the LRA is committed to secure the best qualified person for every vacancy. They did not say you must put Margaret there because she's the 3rd person among the 3. Even though I can sit here, it is questionable as to how, in fact, she reached that level. But there are a lot of things play behind the scene. Because this is what that the Commissioner General wants to see, so they've kept pushing. But it has reached a point now, he cannot do anything about it. So your own law, Mr. Dobojala, people respect you in this country. Do not go so low for the sake of Margaret Crotty. Margaret had done what she's doing to you now to other commissioners. She did it to the late Thomas Donner. She succeeded. That kept her in a position. And she's doing the same thing to you and you fall prey to it, it comes with your integrity. People have said, yes, you are good. You come from Carter Center. You get a character that nobody can say, oh, everything. But you are behaving contrary to what people expect of you. Mm-hmm. This is what the LRA manual say about the human resource stuff and everything. This is what it says. The LRA is committed to secure the best qualified person for every vacancy. Be a sweeper, be a, I don't know how you call it. LRA is on obligation to what? To select the best. Mm-hmm. Get the best. Positions are open to all qualified applicants regardless of race, color, religion, sex, age, disability, ethnic affiliation, or tribal belonging, or other characteristic protected by employment laws of Liberia. They said, in order to provide equal employment and advancement opportunities to all individuals, employment decisions at the LRA will be based on merit. They did not say because you woman. Should be based on merit, qualifications, and abilities. Is she qualified in Sebastian? But Mr. Commissioner, how did you reach a point to even allow her to act?
Yeah, to serve as the acting.
Section 5.1. Because this is what that the commissioner is relying on. We will read you all the laws and what it says. Why it say up to now it has not happened. So Margaret Crotty, sad part of the process, because she feels that, you know, she's a friend to the Commissioner General. Three persons, fellow Liberians, 3 persons were placed at the top. The number 1 person is, they call him Maxwell Grisby.
Okay.
Maxwell Grisby. He scores for himself 87.25 there above. That's his grade. He's the highest. All the scrutiny, all the processes that went, all the things that went through, he scored 87.25% above. Sebastian Weir, who is the Assistant Commissioner on Medium Tax, scored 83%. Then Margaret, who some kind of way they manage, or some kind of way, because I know in all fairness, Margaret cannot do it, but we accept it. She scored 82%. She's the least among the 3 top.
Okay. And the 2 are males.
2 are males.
Okay.
She's the least. And she's not even, you know, she did not even come to maybe the second, you say, okay, but she's the least among the 3. Mm-hmm. Since June 7, and the people went in and carried out whatsoever they're supposed to carry out, and all of that, went through all of the processes from one stage to another, satisfied by all of the board members or whosoever that were part of the team and all of that. From that time up to present, the name of the qualified person has been presented with the recommendation to the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority. The Commissioner General is yet violating what the law says, that play should only be acted upon for 90 days.
Oh yeah. So from last year,
you have a Margaret Crotty who still serves in that position as acting.
From last year.
Imagine Margaret Crotty has been the commissioner for I don't know what kind of work department. Now you took her from there. What interest? You brought her to this other position. You advertise a position and say, everybody that are qualified, come and apply. People apply. The vetting process was carried out. Observed by the U.S. Embassy. They make all the recommendations and everything there based on what they saw. and then they reported to you and say, Double Jala, this is the qualified person for the job. And the next person to this person is Sebastian. But this is what Double Jala is saying. And this is what his point, because Double Jala, he doesn't have the right to refuse the recommendation from the board and the panel that went into the entire process to do what it did. If he does that, he will be shooting himself in the leg. So you know what he's holding on? Double Jala now is holding on this issue that talked about the background check. But here's another funny thing again. You know, sometimes the people that we trust, sometimes they turn different. No one thought that Double would turn the LRA the way it is, and some of the things are going on. But we'll go into it. Section 1.5, with the caption background check, it provides that it is the policy of LRA to conduct background check on every new employee and existing employees on whom new information contrary to what was originally provided and verified becomes available. Right? So LRA has the right to do the background check. Since the name or names were submitted, and the qualified person to the Commissioner General of LRA, up to present, he asked those of the people to do the background check. It is what that he's holding on now. How many months or year you will take to do background check since you got appointed? So the Commissioner General is relying on doing the background check. Why keeping Margaret
exactly in
that is
position
unqualified in the
that
position?
she's not to be in.
Even though they went for the test, she came third. The least among the three.
We should be saying the least.
But in all fairness, in reality, Margaret cannot even count number 20.
Yeah, but they may go in some kind of way. They couldn't put her to, if they had the chance to put her to the second or the first, they could have done it. But then they said, all right, just take the least.
Because it was very rigorous. You had the U.S. Embassy, you had the Swedish Embassy, and I'm told they are not happy because they are the institutions that support LRA and other people. So the Commissioner General now is holding Margaret Corty in the position as acting for more than 90 days. While you have the process that was carried out, they've been able to get someone qualified. But I'm told by my sources, the legislature, the House of Representatives, I think, will be inviting the LRA. They should be appearing there today, or they'll be inviting them to come and give reason why that position is still empty and why is he still acting.
I think she feel that position will be given to her. That is the reason why she continues to do what she's doing.
No, so
she can look you in the face and tell you that nothing will come out of it. If even you take it to this person, then I don't know.
No,
that is depending on.
But that is it. That is Liberia for you. So it tells you the kind of a country we find ourselves. Everyone have said, and they've come with this saying to say, oh, you know, LRA, they may, in fact, many times he will say he want a job or what, but that will be discussed for another time. So the very same LRA that launched the Whistleblower Reform Act to protect people that will do whistleblower thing and tell the people, it is the same LRA that is going against what we do by blowing whistle about something that happening in the institution that needed to be investigated. So, fellow Liberians, Margaret Corty, who is acting now in the position as Commissioner of Domestic Tax Department, the process has been carried out. The vetting process has been carried out. All of the necessary things are being done. Why is it Double Jala is still keeping Margaret Corty as acting? Why? Or is he not satisfied? You get Sebastian there, who's also he's serving in one of the departments. So now, if Double Jala has issue with the background check or character of the number 1 person or the number 2 person or the number 3 person, then it is a slap in his face. Because you have 2 of those that apply from within. You have one that apply from out, but this person has worked in LRA system. He has worked before. But I think he got a government appointment or presidential appointment in the past government. So, if you're looking at the character issue, then you should not have Margaret there. Because if you're doing a background check, it means that you cannot take the number one person because of the background check results. Then it means Margaret and other people should not, because they themselves too, you should conduct background check. So unless you say that you're not doing the right thing. So there are a lot of doubts on top of the thing. What is the interest of the Commissioner General of LRA keeping Margaret Crotty serving as acting in that position for more than the time the law says?
It's been a long time.
People thought that this old man will really transform and bring the high standard to the LRA. Leads to talk about the petty things. You support the issue of qualification. Then why are you undermining the issue of qualification because of Margaret Crotty? Why? Why are you doing that? Mr. Jala, you've come and people always say about your, you see the last time your knee was involved into you giving money to comment and everything, you are having a lot of missteps. The mindset Liberians have for you, it is changing by the minute. It is changing.
And everybody thought that you could have done better.
They should not be you, Double. They should not be you. That you'll be stopping someone or who's qualified because you want or incompetent girl like Margaret Crotty to be serving as acting. How will you get the person that you want? Then you still having someone that will be serving as acting. You wanted someone and you got the person you want. Why can't you employ the person? At this point, the Commissioner General has no right to put Margaret Crotty as the person proper. So the only thing he does to keep her acting.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Violating the very law that says people should only act in a position for 90 days. That will give you the time to get the person you want to get.
She herself really want that position. So for that reason, Toba said, since we can't get you there right now, let's put you there as the acting. And then you just be there.
Just be acting.
Imagine, we have exceeded 90 days.
So the U.S. Embassy, the Swedish government, Central, all other institutions that wasted that time to go and form part of this process, the Commissioner General is telling them, say, you're not serious. But I'm told the legislature will be inviting them today. I think they should be going there today, or they're going to be invited to give reason why that position is still, vacant.
Vacant, yeah, it is.
When all of the processes,
they have been done,
requirements are being met. So if you're not satisfied with the number one person, you got a number two person.
So you're telling me
that
will be impossible now.
So you want to say,
yeah?
Do you have? Okay, let's agree that Double will be right to say there's a character problem. I'm just saying it, even though it is not. But for the argument or the conversation's sake, Double has a problem with the number one person in terms of background check. Do you also have a problem with Sebastian? So if you have a problem with Sebastian on background check, then it means that Sebastian should not be working there because Sebastian is one of the commissioners. So you will not say you have a problem with Grace Pay. Then you have a problem with Sebastian.
You don't have a problem with Margaret.
What is the interest, Commissioner General? Let's go to the line. 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 0880 907 907. Now, when you put people that are incompetent in a competent positions, you don't get any result. At the end of the day, they come with a narrow mind, and the only thing she would do to be so corrupt, allow people to steal, and she defends them within LRA. Let's go to the lines. Those of you in and those of you out of Monrovia, are your lines on 0773 419502 0773 419502 or 0555 1847 11 0555 1847 11. For the females, here's your number: 0773 978564 0773 978564. It is a line for those of you. Let's go to the lines now and take more of your calls. This person. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm Emmanuel Wilson calling from Bigano City.
Krembasa, go ahead. Let's hear you, brother.
Krembasa. Yes, my brother. I want to appreciate you people in studio this morning. You see, when journalists behave their days in this country to expose illegal things, it will be new to the public. There are some things that are always going on in this country for conflict of interest. You take somebody that is now competent, somebody that you have self-interest in. Then what is the reason you put out the vacancy to get qualified people?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to pull the vacancy up. You just will go and then take her and carry her and then give her the job. But your policy and your document says that it should be qualified and competent person. But all through that, her CV or credential, that is a link with anything of such. So that's some of the things that are bringing this particular country to go behind, to always be the least in Africa. One thing we look at it, we take it to be good, and it is not good. We pray that the legislature into it so that the working can be done in this particular country.
Yeah.
Thank you for your program.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear brother from Grand Bass Accounting. And indeed, that is it. You know, and the guy said something before I go back to the lines. The guy said something very important. Mm-hmm. If you knew you wanted to put Margaret there, just put Margaret there.
Simple. You don't have to, but that's why the policy says to.
Yeah.
So you have to follow the policy.
No, but he got so interest. So it tells you now how Margaret has been, getting through and everything to reach to where she reached.
Yeah.
To reach to where she reached.
I don't know why some women, they just, I don't know. But anyways.
So you want to tell me all the people that went and sat on the thing, the U.S. Embassy, other people, they were not serious? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, like that's why you see, I started very quietly, into some analysis on your topic this morning. This country is something of interest. And I want to have the LRA. Let's look at the Ministry of Health.
Let's talk about LRA on the morning, please. Go ahead.
The local country, we just need to pray for this country and let the right thing just be done. Thank you for the show this morning.
All right, thank you very much. I don't know how we'll pray. Who will pray? Because even the least person you think that will come and make the change, they've turned to be the worst. How do we pray now? The things are hard to talk, man. Let's take another person here. Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, morning. Please go ahead.
I'm calling from Newman. You see,
calling from where?
From Red Light, Bazata, Millionaire Quarter.
Okay, go ahead, please.
You see what you are discussing here. Thank you very much. Because I started listening to you almost 20 to 25 minutes. And you are saying the right thing. Sometimes in Liberia, when you pray certain people that they can do certain things, they will do things that will hurt your feeling. As you just said, you got two persons that qualify, that came in the 80, 85, 82. And then if you can't take the 85 person, why can't you take the 82 person?
But you get the least person serving as acting.
But somebody that you force to get something grade that you're not supposed to have the grade. And you give them that position. Because I wanted to say something, but I will not say it because if you have certain affiliation with them, we should be going. This is a country. And I'm horse.
Thank you, my brother. Let's take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharif, and this is Morris joining you from Maryland.
Maryland, let's hear you, my brother.
Well, I'd like to say thanks so much for the show and thanks to your colleagues in the studio this morning. These are things when people are saying these things, people sometimes tend to be politic. But these are things that is actually damaging our country, allowing incompetent people to serve in public positions that they are not qualified for. These are those same individuals that we are zero commercial to manipulate the entire system. These are things that are happening today in Liberia, for which the issue of corruption has become rampant. So it's a good thing this morning, breaking those kind of issues on board for Liberian people to discuss it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take another call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sekou.
Good morning. Let's hear you, please.
This is the voice of Sabu Rasta joining you for full Sekou to be specific this morning in Zimbabwe.
You know, I sit in my labor corner listening to you discussing the issue, but let me say thank you for all what you have just said. You know, Sekou, where in this world you will place somebody within your position, or person who is responsible for domestic tax collection, and then somebody raise an issue, you who is responsible for domestic tax collection, and then somebody raising the media is raising an issue that, oh, so the person is doing the government, and then you decide to go after that person, they'll take issue with that person, Sekou. Where in the world somebody can do it? You that is supposed to collect domestic tax to enforce to make sure that the government generates more revenue. And then somebody is reporting that so the company took the government, then you go against that person who is reporting to you. And they just start to go for the Republic of Liberia to see people who is in position just doing a conflict of interest.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Let me take this person in. Good morning.
Good morning, Sekou. How you doing, brother?
Go ahead, sir, please.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless Mama Liberia. God bless you, Reverend King Osman and we are. Thank you for your show this morning, my brother. You know, Sekou, we have far generally like you in Liberia. The country will be transformed in a second, but no problem. Anyway, God used King David alone to kill Goliath, so then the rest of the army of Goliath escaped. But I stand with you. Let me be friend to anybody who feel they threatening you. They're not threatening you alone. We were you because we stand for the truth. There are people who stand to see the country coming to a place that every Liberia we receive equal right and justice. And we want to generate that in that movement. So thank you and thank you for your co-host. God bless you. God bless Mama Liberia. God bless you, Reverend King Judgment.
Thank you very much. Let me take another call. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Sekou.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Saturday. We are joining from Basel.
Basel, let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, you see, Sekou, let me tell you something. When you got a government, we're not serious, and why all the things can happen. How will you work in government and the generator trying to get information, they try to threaten the generator? What sense that in me? That lady that threaten you, she just want to make herself ugly in the government. She just want to make herself ugly because no generator will come out to say that the entity is corrupt. Then you look at the generator, threatening the generator left. So that issue, you must take that issue serious. Take that issue serious. Let us go to the court and sue you. Then we are a follower of you. We follow you and support you because you are looking at things that make sense in the country. I tell you, it makes sense. How general can bring information all then you try to threaten the general. Thank you, man, for the show this morning.
Thank you, my brother. Let's take another person here on this line. Good morning. Morning. You're live.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Sekou. My Claire, she qualified to serve for position. She not qualified to serve for position. But I'm a business. I live everything this morning. For her threats, that threatening what she used against you, that my main concern this morning. Because you serving us on a daily basis, you take your time, you do your family, you come on the radio, you provide a lot of information that we don't know. So for her coming out to tell you things that she are not right telling you, that my main concern this morning, I beg you, I tell heaven to beg you. Please do not take her threat lightly. Please do not take it.
So we won't take it like that. We won't take it like that. Thank you very much. Let me take another call here. Then we. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Please go ahead.
Mike Bebele calling from Buchanan Brown, Pastor County, one of Pong County farmers.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you so much for your platform this morning. Look, Mr. Sherry, let me tell you, we will not live under fear in this country no more. Nobody going to put fear in any of our people that we show that serving us, that love the Liberian people. When you say the fact that someone will just come out and threaten your life, they are not threatening you alone. They are threatening the Liberian people because you're doing a better job, a good job with the Liberian people. If that lady and Double Jala, they are in relationship, let them continue that relationship and start threatening your life is very important. Nothing will do to you. We will not sit here anything happen to you, Mr. Secretary. Get on our job. We enjoy you. Take Thank you very much. Bring all the story, every bad thing that go in the public. Bring it to us. Nobody will tell you that here. Then we'll hang on there like how beans can hang on more beans. Thank you very much for your platform this morning.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, for joining us on the show this morning. Thank you very much. The calls are too many. Keep playing the cash giveaway.
Yes, it is on. We have a winner for 4,000 Liberian dollars. So all you need to do is dial *799 *8 hash. *799 *8 hash, and then you play with 100 Liberian dollars.
Okay.
Let's get 2 winners when we get through with this.
Okay, let's take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, my name is Soti Taylor, and I call you from Ghana Spirit to do business balance with Junction. People are saying, all I will tell you, don't cause nobody, don't harm nobody, don't kill nobody. But I can tell you, nobody will favor you in the country.
Inshallah.
They don't even know where you came from. They don't even know where you started their journalism from. They don't even know how you are protected. They don't know that when you're working every day, God is by your side. They don't know. But they will know when the time reach. Nobody, no one single person will favor you in this country. You will do the Liberian people well, and you will give up every information, every bad thing they will do in the country. You will give up information about it. They will not do you anything, people are saying. They will not do you nothing. Don't worry about that. They will not do you nothing. They let me favor you. We pray every day. You think our mother blessing, our father blessing, and sort of thing? You know how much blessing you seek for your father? You know how much blessing you seek for your mother? Yeah? You think they will favor you? They will never favor you, people. We pray to Almighty Allah. May Allah protect you.
Amen,
May
inshallah.
Allah give you long life.
Amen, inshallah, brother.
May Allah give your children more blessing.
Amen.
May Allah protect down our radio station.
Amen, inshallah, brother.
May Allah get our radio station info.
Amen. Thank you.
People
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very much. And indeed, that is it. We're here, and trust me, we will not be afraid to say the truth. Like she said, the day she hears that I'm discussing her, she will deal with me. I won't live to tell the story. I'm discussing you now, Margaret Crotty. And I challenge you 100 times to sue me. On tomorrow, we'll come back. We'll talk about Margaret Crotty. We'll announce our numbers.
You know,
And we'll tell you about more other things that we know of her.
You know, Sekou, the thing here is that we had other investigation going on. We never had our attention on LRA. But Margaret, knowing that she's already in that position, then seeing you in the street, and then you start to use all kind of words, that start to threaten the person. Only because you know that you are not in a rightful position the rightful way.
Yeah.
But then you see somebody up there because of the investigation that the person carry on. Do you think that we'll just come to this radio and just bring an individual name?
So the whole talking against you're not qualified, you can't we're making stories, eh?
Exactly. So it said that there will be another, you know, the thing is she read it, and she said, I don't know, she said she playing it or whatever, but they had a whole clique there that day. But Sekou talk about it yesterday, so let's not waste our time on it. Yes.
Yeah, so we hold your call. Please hold your calls. We about to transition.
We'll do the cash giveaway.
Yeah, do the
first.
cash giveaway, then we can transition.
Yes, so let us do the cash giveaway quickly this morning. We said that we needed two winners, but we will call out one and then let people to play so that we'll be able to get another one. Play today, because tomorrow we are giving out 100,000. Tomorrow we are giving out 20,000. So if you play today, there will be some money on your phone for tomorrow for you to be able to get more money. So play the whole of today. Use the whole of today to play. And then you have money on your phone and be able to get yourself 20,000 on tomorrow. Before we leave here, we will announce the code for tomorrow, but we are calling a winner. Where do you join us from?
My name is Chris. I'm from
Come again?
Chris Benton from West Point.
Okay, Chris from West Point. You did play the cash giveaway this morning. How many times did you play?
5 times.
5 times.
Yeah.
You played 5 times this morning.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, what is the code that we are using this morning?
*7998.
Okay, you said star 799 star 8 hash,
Yeah.
and then you play with how many dollars?
$100.
Okay, so you won yourself that is 4,000 Liberian dollars this morning.
Thank you.
So continue playing. Tomorrow we're giving out 100,000, 20,000. You could take an advantage and be able to win on tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So those of you listening today, we're giving out 4,000 on tomorrow. We give out 100,000. We give out 20,000 on tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be giving out, two different set of money, 120. So you can play today. Dial star 799 star 8 hash today and play with just 100 Liberian dollars today and stand a chance to win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. So we're about to transition, right? There is this thing that we need to talk about quickly. From there, we will go to the President Joe Walker on what he said about on what he said about private jet and corruption and other things. We will do that this morning, but that will be our last discussion on the platform. But there is this thing that has to do with a 32-year-old man who was discovered dead after 4 days. And then he was being transported to JFK. Right? He was being transported to JFK. But here is the thing. Our main issue here, we're going to play you a video where you will watch the way in which he was being transported to JFK morgue. At times, you want to ask yourself, what kind of country are we in? At times, you want to ask, is it that we're being cursed or whatever? Because the way in which things happen within our country, the way in which the country is going, at this point in time, there's no understanding. This guy passed, and after 4 days, his body was being discovered. And he was being taken from a house and carried at JFK. Now, the way in which this man was being transported, there was a taxi that was brought for him, a blue taxi, and they told him, I think it's the security, right? Yes, the Liberia National Police. I've seen them here. Yes, properly. They are security from the hospital, but they are in their uniform, the Liberia National Police uniform, with their masks and their gloves on their hands, taking the body to the morgue. When I saw the video, I asked, this body is being carried to JFK. Why is it that an ambulance is not present to carry the body? Someone will say, oh, maybe no ambulance. Then why not provide a pickup for a taxi, a body that spent 4 days? It was discovered after 4 days that the person passed out. And then a taxi was being carried. JFK, you had the Liberia National Police there. You never had ambulance to take that body and carry that body to JFK morgue. We'll play the video first before we go into whatever we want to say. So here is it. I want you to watch. I actually thought that we could have gotten it on the computer, but we couldn't. So let's just take it from here. Okay. I hope you'll be able to see it. Okay. That is the body that is being carried. You see what they are using, right? You see the presence of officers. Those of you who's watching, probably you have seen this video or you came across it. You're seeing it. Let me start it again so that you watch. So that's how the body was being transported by officers, taken to JFK. No ambulance, no pickup. All right, no ambulance. Let's take that for a fact. But how is it that JFK, a government hospital, will not have an ambulance to take body from wherever after this man was being discovered dead after 4 days? And the presence of the Liberia National Police, the people were there, they were the ones that went for the body in. So how is it that there could not be a phone call to say, we're taking this body from, so let's bring the ambulance and be able to carry the body to JFK Mall? How is it? How is it that our country hospital, I will call it a country hospital because that's a government hospital. Now, you see some of the things that we will say about some of what the president can say that it is not true. Within the State of the Nation address, the president said that the health centers, they distributed drugs at the health centers, and everything is okay at the health centers. I mean, the government health centers. But JFK, an ambulance was not made available to take that dead body to JFK. Rather, a taxi was being taken at the house or wherever. And then the officers, the Liberia National Police, they had on their gloves. And then they took the body, put the body in the trunk of the taxi. Not even a pickup. What kind of country are we in? Where are we heading, Liberians? Where are we heading? When an ambulance cannot be made available for someone who passed out 4 days ago, and the body has been taken to your country hospital, the government hospital. Now you see some of the reasons why somebody will say, my relative cannot go to JFK. I cannot send somebody to JFK. Do you know why? It's because of the way people are being treated there. If a person who died, ambulance cannot be carried for that person. Then tell me, what about you people who are living? You know, on a daily basis, people die at JFK. I can remember a point in time I had a family member there. And that person, we had to take that person from JFK and carry them across there to Fidelity for the safety of that family member. There's no drug in the hospital. If even on your dying bed, your family member have to run outside to the local pharmacy that is outside to go and get drugs in order for it to be given to patients. People are not looked after. When you ask, there's no medicine. You ask the ambulance properly, they will tell you that they have ambulance, but the ambulance never had gas at the point in time. Imagine. At times there can be emergency to even send an ambulance. That is war for you. The person will die, everything before they say, oh yeah, we just call gas and everything you put in the ambulance. Something that is to be ready at each and every point in time because it is an emergency. Somebody passed out. The body spent 4 days. The police officers said, I don't know as to if they themselves they value their own lives. Because you just wore gloves and then you put your marks on you when you took the body, put the body in your taxi. For Christ in heaven's sake, you should have had nurses there. You should have had an ambulance. It's in these cases that you use these things. But yet and still, our president will say, the health centers in our country, everything is okay there and everything. But look at what happened. What kind of country are we in? How is Liberia going? When somebody can pass out and ambulance cannot be sent for that person by JFK. But at a point in time, I will tell you that it is not a surprise, because I can remember years ago, JFK was like a death hub, right? Wherein I think it's getting better, but not as better as it should be. But on a daily basis, you will not know some of these things till you have someone in a hospital. Most especially JFK. People scared for their people to go to JFK. I'm telling you, real life story. If that my relative was not going to be taken from JFK and sent to Fidelity, he was going to die. He was going to die. You will sit there, mucus, and everything will be getting in your soul, and everything, there will be no attention. But yet and still, our president tells us that the health sector is okay in the country. The health sector is okay in the country. When a person will die, and at the end of the day, ambulance cannot be taken for that person. In the same time, it is the same JFK morgues that are carrying the person to, but yet and still, the morgues cannot send the ambulance. The morgues cannot send the ambulance. So where are we headed as a country? Where? You want to ask yourself. Where are we heading as a country? Quickly, we will go into this, right? We'll go into this. We will go into this. The next thing we're going to talk about is the President Joseph Boakai. At the time he was in opposition, he had a lot to say. And these are things that we will continue to remind the Liberian people of. The audio that I'm about to play you here, the current president, Joe Boakai, at the time he was in opposition, he spoke against the private jet. He spoke against corruption. You will listen to him, what he said. And we will ask him the question this morning as to where are we? Mr. President, where we are now with all of what you said. Now it is you. Where are we? You will listen to him. Let's play so that you'll be able to. We'll play it before we get the whole stuff. Okay.
Including the only female that I see. I want to thank you people. You know, something is happening in this country. The fact that the Liberians have now galvanized themselves to rescue this country is very interesting. Mr. Weir, the last time we contested, his helicopter was 35 years old. And I brought in a helicopter that was 4 years old. Today, I see him with an upgraded helicopter. All from the people money. This country is bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. It's no joke. I've been around, and every day I come up with new ideas. Some of them are now concepts that started with Weir, but it will show you that the country is declining. I started talking about corruption, talking about coach, but then later on, as I go around the country, I see our resources that are leaving this country with no sign of benefit to the people. And this is a serious problem. We're losing the human mind, we're losing our resources, and we're losing everything. What kind of country are we going to have? And the concern is that Joe Boakai said that this country will be finished. I was not talking about trees and houses. I'm talking about when you start robbing the country of its human resources, you start robbing the country of its natural resources, and there's no benefit to the country, then you say that country is not going down the ground. This is something that we have to fight. It's not about a party. It's not about an individual. It's a concern that we should share. And I'm very happy to see Liberians in the diaspora who are coming back. I met with a group of them today. And there are no Thank you very much, Antron, and thanks to all of you, gentlemen, including the only female that I see. I want to thank you people. You know, something is happening in this country. The fact that the Liberians have now galvanized themselves to rescue this country is very interesting. Mr. Weir, the last time we contested, his helicopter was 35 years old. And I brought in a helicopter that was 4 years old. Today, I see him with an upgraded helicopter. All from the people money. This country is bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. It's no joke. I've been around, and every day I come up with new ideas. Some of them are now concepts that started with Weir, but it's to show you that the country is declining. I started talking about corruption, talking about coach, but then later on, as I go around the country, I see our resources that are leaving this country with no sign of benefit to the people. And this is a serious problem. We're losing the human mind, we're losing our resources, and we're losing everything. What kind of country are we going to have? And the concern is that Joe Barker said that this country will be finished.
Okay, so definitely we are going to hold it there because the main part that we needed, we got it already. Now, this is the voice that I just played. It's the voice of the current president of Liberia, Joseph Yoman Boakai. But when he had this conversation, it was when he was in the opposition. It was under the Weir's administration he had this conversation. And he was, fortunate to be the next president of the country, which of course he is now. But there are a couple of things that President Boakai talked about at the time. I'm going to start the conversation like this. This is the reason why you see some people will tell you, I never participated within the 2023 election. I don't want to hurt my head to go and get voting card or do whatever, or hurt my head with the politicians. It is a constitutional right to vote, and I always encourage people to vote. But the politicians, they will say things that they themselves don't know when they get there, they will do the same. But because they are not within that position, so they will criticize whatever is being done until they get in that position. Joseph Boakai did it. That's the reason why I will tell you that these people, politicians, they are not people that are stable on their words. They do things for their own benefit. Once it will benefit them, then everybody should gather with them. But if it is not to benefit them, they will not say a word about it, ranging from the presidency to the legislature, everywhere. That's the kind of people they are. Joe Boakai talked to the Liberian people. He fooled them. In here, you heard Joe Boakai talking about the private jet. How the last time he checked, Mr. Weir have a private jet. Oh, yes. He's flying it. He's doing this and he's doing that. Now, we're going to take it bit by bit. We'll talk about the private jet issue first. Now, Mr. Weir was flying private jet. The Liberian people say, okay, we don't want you to fly private jet. Mr. Boakai, come, because you will not fly private jet. He said that the Liberian people resources, it was being wasted. The Liberian people money was being wasted because the former president Weir was flying private jet. Now, the chance is given to you. Come. When the President Bouaka took over, I want to ask you Liberians who listened to what he said. You know why we play what he said at the time? Because we won't tell you people that he lied. And at first, it was Darius Dillon voice we were playing here. Darius Dillon was talking about, oh, we know the importance of private jet and everything. Now you heard it from the house's mouth. Darius Dillon said sorry to the former president. We are, because of the private jet issue, we decided to play the president himself part of voice. He's saying that the former president fly private jet, blah, blah, blah. It was wasting resources. That's the reason why we play the current president voice, Joseph Boakai voice, so that you hear it for yourself and know that he lied to the Liberian people. We will not just come here and talk and say, oh, Mr. Boakai said that, oh, blah. No, we will play it. We'll remind you the day that he said it. You will listen to his voice. Now, he came. And he said, the man was flying private jet and blah, blah, blah. Now the chance has been given to you. I want to ask this question. Since you took over, Mr. President, what is it that you are flying? Is it not the same private jet that you said that it was wasting the Liberian people resources? So why do it when you were not the one in position? You said that it was wasting resources. Now that you took position, you got to say, let me put this aside because this is wasting resources. But it's now you know the importance of a president flying private jet. At the time, you knew about it at the time, but you needed to play on the Liberian people's minds so they can say, yeah, the other man, he too corrupt. Yeah, let's bring the sinless person. Yeah, let's bring the sin. You came. Everywhere you go now is private jet with huge amount of delegates. It is the same Liberian people money you're using. Mind you, you don't have your own resources to say you'll be flying private jet. No. It is the same Liberian people resources that you are wasting. The same resources you catalog on before and said it was being wasted. The Liberian people need help and everything. Now, the chance was given to you. Come and help the Liberian people. Come and rescue them. You start to fly private jet. Mr. Boakai lied to the Liberian people, and he continues to lie to the Liberian people. Private jet. The former president flying it. Now you are the one in position. You are the one flying it. Now you see why at times some of us don't take some of the politicians serious. Because today they will say one thing, tomorrow they do another thing, contrary to what they said. That's the reason why at times we don't take them serious. That's the reason why we keep all of their voices, all of what they said. We keep it to play it again so you can listen to yourself what you said, so that the people, even those that voted you, those who did not vote you, they can listen to it. Because there will be another 6 years. Somebody will finish. The 6 years will come and go. Another 6 years will come. So we will play these voices so that you listen. You talk about coach. Within what I just played, how the Liberian people, the coach, it is killing people on a daily basis. But wait, the last time I checked, just the 2 days, they came at the Samuel Canyons Sports Complex. A boy who killed himself on the field. It's alleged. This lady, she said that she saw the boy when he was climbing. It's alleged. And she told the boy for the boy. According to this lady, it's alleged that he was high. He was stoned. That is how they can call it. He took drugs allegedly. And he just looked at the lady and just with him like this. And he fell by himself. Nobody pushed him. He fell by himself. But yet and still you talked about coach. You talked about building rehabilitation centers. You talked about drugs. You came in and you brought a drug test and said that you needed to take it. You took it. Your vice president took it. I don't know as to if all of the people who work in government, they have taken their drug test. But that was what you came with. Now the LTEA, people who were being assigned there, they were the same 5, 6, and 7. They had an issue there. You had to put somebody acting there. The person who was acting said resign. You had to put another person there. So is your government fighting drugs? When you have Liberians in the street every day? You knew that this was not an easy thing to do. You knew that there were some precautions or some methods to be put in place before you talk. But you just decided to talk about it. If I can recall, the former president, it was being noted. People said that it was his government that was bringing in drug into the country. His government spoiling the young people. Now his government is no longer there. How far are we with the drug issue in this country? We don't have Sogo still on the streets. The people can say, don't call them Sogo, but there's no way to dignify that thing. You come and say, ain't no disadvantage youth and everything. They said that they are not on the streets. They are. Where are the rehabilitation centers? Where are they? You have all of them. You have taken all of them from the streets now. No. But yet and still you talked about Kuch. The one that is in town is even more than Kuch. I don't know. They said they have the one that is called Solar Plate. And the one that they call no Goa. I don't even know the need. The one that can put a soul and everything on your foot. Now you have the youth in the country. They are walking with so on their bodies. Blood sitting on them. Are they being rehabilitated? No. You have not built a rehabilitation center to take them there. But at first you said all of these things easy. Now you've been given the chance. Do the work easy. You know, at times it's just fair enough to be fair to yourself, right? Somebody will say, if you are not wearing my shoe, you won't know as to how tight it is or how my feet is in it. That is it. You're talking about private jet. Private jet will check you. How far with the private jet? Are you not riding private? Are you not flying private jet? You are. You talked about the coach. How far with the rehabilitation centers? They said that you don't have youth in the street. What are some of the measures you people are putting in place? Sometimes the DEA people will kind of say, oh, we get drug. The drug that they can arrest, where the drugs can be taken. We don't know where they can carry it. It's because of the same drug, people having their alliance and everything. That will cause Fatiga or whoever from that LTEA, they had to go their way because somebody had their own interest. And when they go into the other place, the person said, don't go to the other place because this place is my interest and everything. You put another person there, the person you put there again, the person said to fight drugs, it is not an easy thing. I cannot continue because we don't have all of the necessary things that we need in order to fight drugs. So I'm resigning. Now another person is there. When they come to the press, oh, we arrested the other truck and blah, blah, blah. Where is it the truck can be taken? We don't know. We don't know. So how far with the drug issue that you spoke about? The corruption? As for the corruption, the clip that I just played, the 3 things that he mentioned is what we are talking about. Just laying up busy. As for the corruption issue, this government, they have gone deep into corruption. They are rooted into corruption. To the extent that our president said, I have eaten my own. That your time for you to go take your own. If you take your own, I get a problem with it. Go, but be able to bless the Liberian people with some. Because if you will sit and say, I say government officials shouldn't steal, but then if they steal, they should be able to bless the Liberian people with some. But you were the same person that talked about corruption before. You talked about resources leaving the country. You talked about Liberia losing its resources. How far we are now with all of these things. How far? This is the 2nd year that we're in. How far? Everywhere you turn, you will hear some kind of corruption news. Alosha is from the central bank. He has scandal to his name. By the end of the day, he was being paid off. Your own party chairman, Dr. Tape, he's still working. With the corruption stuff that was being assigned to his name, he's still working. Ami Moda. Now we're hearing about, it's alleged we're hearing about a Noka, a NASCOP. The list goes on youngly. You have all of those people within your government and they are still working actively. Majority of them, Ami Moda, he resigned. They are still working actively. But yet it's still corruption in the rule of law. It was the order of the day. When the president Walker comes to speak, he talk about corruption or the rule of law. He didn't say anything yet. But yet and still you are saying this thing and you are doing contrary to what you're saying. So how far we are now? Liberians, where are we with all of what the president Joe Walker said at the time? How far with all of these things? How far with the private jet issue? How far with the Kush issue? How far with corruption? The three things that he listed within the interview is what we are basing on. We don't want to go into the other one. It's for another day. How far with these three things? The resources, he talked about it, leaving the country, resources leaving. He talked about Liberia losing resources at the time under we as government. How far with it? Where are the investments that you said that you were going to bring? How far are we as Liberians under your government? How far? How far? Let's play this. We will play this again. Then we go to the phone lines and be able to hear Liberians. You will talk about the issue about the 32-year-old man who was being taken to JFK morgue in a taxi. And then this particular issue that we're talking about will give you the chance to be able to speak on it. That is what we will do. So let's be able to play Mr. Boaka's voice so that you listen again. Okay, so that you be able to take a listen. Right? Let's be able to do that. Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, including the only female that I see. I want to thank you people. You know, something is happening in this country. The fact that the Liberians have now galvanized themselves to rescue this country is very interesting. Mr. Weir, last time we contested, his helicopter was 35 years old, and I brought in a helicopter that was 4 years old. Today, I see him with an upgraded helicopter, all from the people money. This country is bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. It's no joke. I've been around, and every day I come up with new ideas. Some of them are now concepts that started with Weir, but it will show you that the country is declining. I started talking about corruption, talking about good, but then later on, as I go around the country, I see our resources that are leaving this country with no sign of benefit to the people. And this is a serious problem. We're losing the human mind, we're losing our resources, and we're losing everything. What kind of country are we going to have?
What kind of country are we going to have? What kind of country are we having under your leadership? 0770-907-907-0770-907-907 0880-907-907. The number is for those of you within the counties. That is those of you within the counties. You can call us on this number here. If you are in Grand Bassa, if you are in Bontama, if you are in Bon County, if you are in Kakata, if you are in Grand Cape Mount, in Ganta City, you call us on that is 0773 419 502 0773 419 502 0555 184711 0555 184711, and the number for only the females, you call us on 0773 978 These are the numbers to call and participate on the two issues that we just talked about. Yeah, the cash giveaway is on, and we're giving out 4,000 star 799 star 8 hash. Star 799 star 8 hash, and then you play with 100 Liberian dollars. Make sure you play more than one time and be able to win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars this morning. Let's talk to that caller then. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Yeah, name, where do you join us from?
Okay, Muchacha, I join you from Grand Bass of the channel specifically.
Okay.
Okay. Firstly, I just want to state this. President Leah and President Bouaka, these are able to do comparative analysis I relate to their first year.
It is not the first year, my brother. You listen to what we talk about specifically.
Can I start a basic?
Yeah, but you won't have much time to lay all of the bases. Oh. It's not your one that is on the line. So specifically, these things that we just talk about is why you should speak to, please.
Yeah, the first letter, my dear sister, the president. Let me write this checkpoint. The president had not spoken blah blah blah. I follow you making the president stable. Even if we are a journalist, we are all Liberians, we should have some level of regard for our national leaders. Because I follow you from the onset, I heard you, the president said blah 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 blah. That word blah blah blah, I don't think it's safe for us in this kind of a time.
What do you mean by blah blah blah? Is it not what the president said that he talked about the helicopter, you talked about corruption, he talked about kush and play it. So what is blah blah blah?
Yeah, no, I'm quoting you. I'm not saying.
So what is it that is not favorable for us now? What do you think we should be doing now if we are not talking about these things? What do you think we should be doing?
I want you to understand the mess that the CDC left government.
That is Bouaka cleaning, right?
Is why we are cleaning.
Okay, so I can see that Bouaka is no longer a flying private jet. That's the mess he's cleaning. Let's talk to the next person then. Your time is over. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, my sister.
You're live. And even where do you join us from?
I'm Santi J. Donny calling from Eden Street.
Let's hear you.
Before I get to the topic on the discussion, let me just give you a pieces of advice.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, you're talking on the discussion.
Can you please go to the issue?
Yeah, is that anything, I can go to the
but
issue.
the advice part, we have other people on the line, actually speaking, so we will not have time to give you time for advice. You can call us later and give the advice.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, my attention have been trained to the guys, the 35-year-old guy who are taking the
Yeah, that is 32.
32, right?
Yes.
There must be a total investigation being done for that guy, Bali. Actually, there is nobody who died at the hospital 4 days ago and go to any hospital, that hospital take them. I challenge it anywhere. So there must be something have been done somewhere illegally.
Okay.
So in the government of transformation, they should know exactly what they are doing is not transparent. So there is nobody that even 1 day ago, even a second, you go to the place, the pool say, oh, the person died. They tell the body back to the other funeral. So they tell me 4 days ago, the people take them illegally to the place. Something happened to that man.
Okay, thank you. We have 3 persons here to send $1,000. So 3 persons, we're sending 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 each to 3 persons. We will call the persons, the amount of persons that we send the 1,000 to shortly. But those of you listening, play now. That star 799 star 8 hash. Play with 100 Liberian dollars and win yourself 4,000. We have 3 winners already. We called the first winner, and we have 3 winners. So play now and be able to win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars this morning. Star 799 star 8 hash. We will call the 3 persons as soon as we get through with this. Let's talk to that caller. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, my sister?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
This is the prophet from Kakata Magibi Kante. God bless the voice of Latura family for providing the information for the Laturian people. You know, like for the lying penisum, oh, can you support him when you want to be chief? Thank you. The man is on record for lying. He will keep lying to the Laturian people because he keep in power with lies. The only thing we need to do as a Liberian, we need to know the power of the constitution that give all the right to impeach government official. Because we have the right to put them there and we also have the right to take them from there. But that other right, we're not putting them into use. So I'm making the people feel they too much money also. We need to know and start recognizing that particular part of the constitution that say we have the right to impeach government official. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the Reverend King George Manewia.
Okay, thank you. 07709070907. I'm announcing the numbers again. Though we have calls, for those of you who's just joining us, probably you want to make your point on 07709070907, 08809070907, 0773419502, and 0773978564. Let's talk to that caller. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. You're live. Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm Zaki.
Yes. Let's hear you.
Thank you for your topic on our discussion this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You name those three caliber teams that are the President Plaka was always you need to speak on. They are hearing somebody say you're doing blah 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 blah. And some of the mess of president we have made, he need to be riding private jet. His private jet, he was speaking again yesterday. Then somebody coming out, they are confused again. Even ask a question who, then they say you are saying blah blah blah. Yeah, he is speak, he is nation address. He do not even speak on those challenges about trust. I had 285 machines supposed to have come, not make it. About corruption, he never point out all key things. And he lied too much, and that president lied too much. One of the things he said in ISP was, his president read, when they left, when President we are left in power, they read their account is more better.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to the next person. Thank you. Morning. Good morning. Let's be able to talk to the next person there. You've listened to our conversation. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Saturday. We are joining from Basel.
Okay.
You see, the information, when you provide new information, then we will call them when we call in, and when you try to provide a kind of Google information, then the other people on the other side, they try to come up. Just say, telling the Liberian people that all government hospitals in Liberia get medicine. How will you lie to the Liberian people, that? Broad day.
But yet and still an ambulance could not go and pick up a dead body.
Okay. Those kind of things, you're coming to the public, you provide information. And then other people on the other side calling, say, they try to get, he said that he's correcting you. What sense that he made? In Basel, when it comes to Basel, we got one general here, they call Etotia. When any kind of emergency or operation to government hospital, Etotia can get on the air. And call a lot of people to show concern. People can put money together and send it to government hospital. In Basel, it been happening at Tontia. Who were radio abridged.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to the next person. Morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Yes, morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, that is power coming here. I'm mistake calling for crop house.
Yes.
Thank you, Mommy, for your program on the discussion. This job, how you lay your platform. So, if someone can information for the comment, let he or she put a kind of studio and call it, then we'll know how to ask him. But if you provide quick information, then they come in and want to provide information. And the first call, how you call me out because he the PR for UPS and they love the oil straight. They will also working along the street looking for a job. So, thank you for your program. We'll stay safe and see them. Thank you, Mama.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this person from my end. Yeah, the calls are many. Morning.
Semra, good morning.
Good morning, Buema. Let's hear you.
Let me say good morning to Seku. This is Boma William, and I joined you from the Boston Beyond this morning in Miami County.
Okay.
Samuel, let me say thanks for the discussion this morning. We're going to be serious in this country. I don't know which one the hospital in Liberia will accept full-day body. Even when someone died on the street, the government gave like 3 days, the full day before they go and then remove that body. Because within a 4 day, that body will begin to decay.
It will be coming body.
Why GFK should even accept 4 day body? And then when it comes to the issue of Joe Baka, the president, Samira, they paper been lying to us from day one. If the paper can give good salt water to make the stomach big and go set it, that best lying. Ever say no, Jenna? Samira, anytime you see old pressing fan, they say the Oma fan, or the paper fan, or the paper himself, like from their young, from their youth age, they were himself or they were fan. So the paper, that line, he started from day one. The issue of the private jet was one of the key priority of the Nepali government in their campaign message. They spoke about it everywhere you go. Oh, the president riding private jet.
But you just listen to the man again.
Incident, as people say, it was on crime to ride private jet. So they not that do not appeal to the president. President, we had that sorry, the issue of private jet, they won. And the issue of Kush, Samira, where the president now begin to build a rehabilitation center, for our brothers there who are into drugs. Where he said we're not going to see no Kush, but the Kush now is even more than before. We got zombie here that putting so on people for. So the people have to lie to us every day. Got to say, oh, all the hospital is getting drugs.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to the next person. Morning.
Hello?
Yes, morning. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yes, good morning, Samira and Silku. Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I call from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you very much for the fascinating discussion. Samira, the hypocrisy and deception is the one that eating the fabric of our society. Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, yesterday, all those things that Joseph Walker preached again, they are the one that even doing the trouble. Look at how will you run private jet from here to Lofa just to attend family meeting. Then when you talking to those guys that and they were used as a surrogate to bring this particular old man to power, you want to argue. Why people got to argue here? Every system of the government are totally deteriorated. You can say we are messed up and something. What do we have saying we are messed up? What you have done? Nothing. Everything has totally collapsed since Joseph Walker and government came to power. The last capacity to govern this country. All those the preach again, look at the rule of law. Police director taking arm at those of justice. And I say, come there, what you want to say, my brother? You got to be fair to your own conscience and think about the future of your children. You have tarnished and sold the future of your children to this old man. He has tarnished it. And
okay, thank you. Let's talk to the next person. Star 79 and star 8 hash play with just $100 Liberian dollars, and you're able to win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. $100 Liberian dollars gave you 4,000 by dialing star 79 and star 8 hash. Let's talk to our next caller. Morning.
Good morning, Samuel.
You are live.
Thank you. My name is Marcelo, and I join in from district number 40, member of the National Progressive Action Movement, Liberia.
Okay.
Samuel, let me say thank you for picking up my call this morning. I want to Liberian people in a very simple English. Yesterday, Joseph Boakai us and lied to us that the Liberian people was suffering and he was coming to rescue. But Joseph Boakai has come. He never came to rescue us. But he come here and he's stealing all our money. He lied to us, the contact in his son. Our children, our man, they die to the hospital. When they go there, no drugs. Even people, they will say outside the world, bad people. Joseph Boakai told you that the ride private jet, it was wrong. But today, he riding private jet to go to a hometown, Kolau, to go to Foya, to go to Bachama. Joseph Boakai lied that corruption, he was going to eliminate corruption. Today, corruption is on a rampant increase. He is here promoting people and telling them that when you see the money, don't just eat all you want. Use some of the money that you're stealing and bless the people that are around you. So this is the kind of a person we have. So that Brempo Obia Aya.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's touch our next caller. Morning.
Good morning.
You're live.
Yes, Amira. Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, I'm speaking from Mike Davis County. My name is Mr. Davis.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, I want to appreciate you so much for this program this morning. You know, Labrador has ever had president that he speak like a dog baby, like the dog baby where you can put battery inside and be talking because he can talk clear. This is the kind of president we have for now. Because he speaks with all lies. I have to say, like, he was not even born with, with certain things on him. What am I trying to say? Joseph Boakai came to power without lies. You see the matter on Joseph Boakai failed at for the line basically when they slap him for the door. Because these are some of the things the other reckless person are taking and they're talking, say, I in fact.
What kind of door they slap the paper for again?
No, he saw your uncle door. He saw your uncle door. There's not a
My brother, you're probably getting Liberia, I swear.
Okay, let me tell you something. The other men are called talking say they clean the mess of we are. He don't even know why he's.
No, let's leave that man, my brother. The man has his point to make. You have yours. The man has his point to make. I beg you, leave it.
When the former president was leaving power, the man said he left 20 million into the account.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to the next person there. Morning. Good morning. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Brother from Grand Bazaar, Ghana City.
Yes.
Oh, you see the president with President Joseph Boakai, they only lie too much. So when all the hospitals equate, on a region first year, what do Grand Bazaar County? The only repair hospital in the region here. What wrong with that? We stay buying drugs outside the hospital. We stay paying for free oil. Well, somebody said the woman lie too much on the no complaint. Nobody in here who rescue people got no complaint in here again. It's still too much. For what? Nothing can say that true for a mob. You went to a poor place in Tanzania, you don't know what you want to say that they had to force the map from him. Because you know what to say, you confuse all man. Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you. The next person there, morning.
Good morning, Sister Mara.
Let's have it.
Yeah, thank you very much for the program. My name is Sen Gamoju TV. I call from Ponchima to be Pesere Logita Hill community.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for the program this morning, Mama. I understand all your analysis and all the recording you are playing this morning, Mama. Thank you very much for the opportunity. You see, we told the Liberian people pertaining to the paper they call Joseph Boakai. You getting me? The paper are very deceptive. We knew all the things that we tell the people here, but they couldn't understand. I say, you can't see the market activity, Mama. Then before George, you have to leave the market on you to be fine. But come see now, there's no market. People are suffering. They do, you go, announce to the laboratory telling the post of the country are all red. You go in the market, say, you find out, Mama, imagine in the country. Why are the people treating all of that for? The old men that were depending on, so yeah, the old maybe you will do well for us. At the end of the day, that will bring you over, Mama. Exactly, man. We're very pretty bad in the country now. Thank you very much for the opportunity, man.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Rupert SK. We are, and I do join you from the seaport city of Grand Bazaar County. You cannot sit the people. Yeah, thank you. Just a few comments and ask a few questions. You see, when it comes to President Boakai, he said here to us. Boakai, I understood from the interview that was played. He showed that weight of Liberia fund the economy. Now tell me, have he regained the economy of Liberia once? Other flags that Boakai is flying also Liberia. It's free by you see on. So those things you know we're not in leadership, those things have to be saying. At least tell the people the reporting that you will do. See the people that will have it began of it. No just in fact they are protesting. No just even if you carry somebody who is caught to just banish that place, you can't and ban the bandage. The effort that yes indeed we had drugs in all of the hospitals. Why Boakai should be lying to the people of Liberia? Boakai does not mean business. In that serious paper, I said that I favor bushers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to that caller there. The calls keeps coming in, and we will take all of your calls here this morning. That I can promise you. Morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning, Samura.
Yes, let's go ahead.
My name is Alfonso Joe, and I call from Mancano's resident.
Mm-hmm.
The issues about Mr. Baka, he's not sincere to his own conscience. Mr. Baka criticized the issue of Mr. Weah or Ryan private jet. And we see Mr. Baka, he's one of the individuals who is prioritizing private jets within his government, because private jet is very important to every president, because your security matters as a president. You cannot go out of business or jet wherein you will sit with business people as a president, because your security matters. But those guys, because of politics, they play blind loyalty to that issue. They look at that issue, they criticize it, but now they are the front runner of private jet. But you know, Mr. Baka, he came on the matter of change, but he's very deceitful. He has deceived the Liberian people, and we are not going nowhere. Mr. Baka even said corruption should be prioritized by officials, because if you say people money and you say on the poor, why would you take the people money? Why will you corrupt the people money? You know, corruption is a crime. You keep to fight corruption, but now you apply corruption. So Mr. Baka is not having this country nowhere. We will continue progressing instead of progressing. Mr. Parker is not
okay. Thank you. Let's talk to the next person. Thank you, my brother. Let's talk to the next person. There, continue playing the cash giveaway. Continue dialing *799 *8# *799 *8#. Let's take that caller, please. Morning.
Morning. Yeah, good morning. How are you, morning?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
This is Fanny Kambara.
Okay.
Madam, yeah, first thing we apologize to President Weah. President Weah had to forgive us. The first thing, I was going to sit down quite airport. Yeah. We never knew that the people were going to hell. That the starting part of hell, opening part by the first gate and the second gate too. They papi, to say Waka is lato up, to say Waka is full up. That was on Spoon FM one. Panel there say when you come with lie, you can't govern the country with lie. Me, I will say my own. Anybody in this government that you tell the country money, you say on yourself, when you get in free, you not move from there, you die. As you kidding us.
No, let's not go that far, please. Let's not go that far.
Okay, we'll not go there.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Yes.
On the most you know, madam, the people are shocked. Madam, Nana, when you come to pull up, and jealous, in the put there, center part where you can see him being the half roll looking, madam. Madam,
okay.
Madam, you keep telling me that, madam, you go to complain, and then I have to see that. Think that, it confusing all. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Let's be able to take another person this morning. Let's talk to that person. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning. Go ahead.
How are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm so much, disappointed in our president, based on the audio recording that was played from the studio this morning. This is what I've been saying. You understand? It's not good whenever you're not in power, to criticize your friend. Because you don't know what is ahead of you. There are a lot of challenges, actually would be ahead of you. So if your friend is in a position, never let to criticize. So the old man, what he did, he was making himself so perfect that, when he comes, he will make things look okay and well of it. And now, it's in his shoe now. You understand it? So how can we believe such a person like this? Even the annual report, national address report that was, they are also discouraged in this old man, telling the Liberian people that we were buying rare in the 2 months time, you're into power, we're buying rare $2,000 Liberian dollars.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you. That's not the issue here currently. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have about 11 minutes to go. to call it a day. So we're going to use the 11 minutes to do the cash giveaway to call out our winners. Yes, let's get the phones off because calls will keep coming in. We're sorry we're gonna take all of your calls because we have to go. Really, it's time. I will always say so. So let's be able to call our winners. If you're out there, continue dialing *799 *8 hash. *799 *8 hash, and then you play with 100 Liberian dollars and stand a chance to win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars on the broadcast. If you win today, you keep money for tomorrow because tomorrow we're giving out 100,000. We're also giving out 20,000 to 5 persons each. So we said that we have 3 persons for $1,000 here. Let's see as to if we'll be able to call them and be able to give their money out to them. Then we call our winners for the 4,000. So while we are calling the $1,000 winners, because we're giving out $1,000, to 3 persons, while we are calling them, you can go ahead and continue playing the cash giveaway while we do that this morning. So that you'll be able to form part of the draw, so that we'll be able to call you out. If you cannot win today, I can tell you tomorrow you need to recharge your account because tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow and Thursday, we give out more money, right? It's what we do. So if you're there, stick still. Do not go away as we go ahead and call our winners for that is $1,000. We send the money to their phone already. We are just calling for confirmation to know as to if he or she received their money. So let's call this person. While we are putting through our calls, I encourage you to play the cash giveaway now. While we are doing that, you can be dialing *799 *8 hash. Morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Samira One Line. I call you from Voice of Liberia. You are one of our frequent players on Voice of Liberia. For that reason, we decided to send you $1,000 to encourage you to continue playing the cash giveaway. Did you receive the money?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll be giving out 20,000, 100,000. You can take advantage of it too.
Thank you, Samara. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Now let's talk to the next person. For $1,000. We said 3 persons. We hope to do it quickly and be able to call all of our winners this morning. Okay, so let's call this person. We have a few more minutes to go. Let's place a call to this person too and see as to if he or she answers, so that we tell he or she that you won this morning and everything, right? Good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia.
Yeah.
You have been playing the cash giveaway. What is your name, please?
Santra Sofa.
Okay, Santra, you have been playing the cash giveaway, and we sent you $1,000 as an encouragement for you to continue playing. Okay. All right, so let's talk to the next person quickly this morning. Let's see as to if we place a call to I actually did that. Okay. All right. So that's not a problem. I don't think so. Yes, it's actually not a problem. Okay. So now let's do the next draw quickly for 1,000. Continue playing. Now it is the time for you to play. That's *799 *8 hash, and then you play with 100 Liberian dollars and win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. Shortly we draw our winners this morning. So let's call this person. This person won $1,000. Let's call them, be it he or she, and see as to if the person picks, and tell him that we sent the person $100,000, right? Let's do that. For those of you just tuning in, this is Voice of Liberia, and it is the program Good Morning Liberia. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia.
Okay.
Your name and where do you join us from?
Something Espony from Grand Bassa County.
Okay, Grand Bassa County. Something we just sent you $1,000 this morning because you are one of our frequent players. So we sent you $1,000 to encourage you to continue playing the cash giveaway. Did you receive your money?
So I'm checking out this morning.
Okay, you need to do so. We send the money since. So just check your mobile money and you will see your $1,000 there. Okay. Now let us call our 4,000 winners. We called one person. We're about to call the second person. While we are calling, you can be playing. Maybe your number will drop. And we will call you too, okay? So those of you listening, tell all of your friends tomorrow at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. the draw starts for the 20,000 or the 100,000. And before I leave this radio, I will announce the code. Morning. My name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Wilson. I join from Red Light.
From Red Light. Wilson, you've been playing the cash giveaway this morning. How many times did you play?
I think I played like 8 times.
8 times this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, you won 4,000 Liberian dollars. The money is in your phone as we're speaking now. Okay, so continue playing. Tomorrow we give out 20,000, 100,000. We will announce the code before we leave. And on tomorrow the codes will be announced. So you can take an advantage. Yeah, so you won 4,000.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let's call our winner number 3 quickly and be able to call it a day. We have 4 minutes climbing up to 10 o'clock, at about which time we call it a day on Voice of Liberia on Good Morning Liberia, and be back here on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with another edition of Good Morning Liberia. Let's call winner number 3. Morning. Morning. My name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm calling from Looking Down.
You are joining me from Looking Town.
Yeah.
You did play the cash giveaway this morning. How many times did you play?
I played morning.
2 times. You won yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars.
Thank you, ma.
You saw the money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Okay, winner number 3 gone. Let's go for winner number 4 for 4,000 Liberian dollars on the broadcast this morning. So we said before we leave, we'll announce the code for the 100,000 and the 20,000. So once it is 7 o'clock, you start playing. Let's call this person here. Good morning. My name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. Emmanuel, where do you join us from? Tuport Road. You did play the cash giveaway this morning. How many times did you play?
1 time.
1 time. You won yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. Did you receive your money?
I will check out the result, I'll write out back.
Okay, so you have the money in your phone right now. Tomorrow is the big day. We give out 20 and 100,000 tomorrow. Take an advantage, okay? Okay, thank you. So this is how we call it a day on Good Morning Liberia. Let me say thanks to all of you who followed this broadcast. Thanks to our online people, those of you who commented, those of you who shared the live video. We want to say we're grateful. Tomorrow we'll be here with another edition of Good Morning Liberia. Thanks to all of you who played the cash giveaway. If you did not win today, definitely you can win tomorrow. Winner do not quit and quitters do not win. Yes, that is it. So tomorrow we'll be giving out 20,000 to 5 persons. Then 1 person will carry 100,000. The code for tomorrow is *799 *90 hash. *799 *90 hash. You dial *799 *90 hash. Because we'll be giving out 20,000, 100,000, you will play with 200 Liberian dollars. When you play up the 200 Liberian dollars, do not play 1 time. I'm telling you, play more than 1 time, and all tomorrow you'll be successful. But the cash giveaway today continues on other programs, so you can continue trying other programs on today to see as to if you win your 4,000, and then once you get it, you can be able to play and be a part of the draw on tomorrow. My name is Samira One Line. Do have yourself a great day. Bye bye.